The name Karen has taken on a new meaning, and it's no longer a woman's name, but a nickname for an obnoxious woman who just can't leave well enough alone, and has appointed herself as society's watchdog. Sit back as Incredible looks at some of the most outrageous Karen videos. Consider subscribing to the channel and clicking that notification bell for more videos. 1. The Coughing Karen. A Florida woman was apparently trying to defuse an angry situation when the Karen in question took offense. Heather Sprague, a mother of 10 and a brain tumor patient, was at a Pier 1 store when she witnessed a woman berating store staff about a return.
Do you really need this? What do you want to do? Post it for you? How about that? Good. I think I'll get real close to you and cough on you then. How's that?
Oh,
asshole.
Wow. No way.
Let's go.
Sprague explained the woman's 2 children were wandering around Pier 1 while she was verbally harassing the cashier about a return for 15 minutes. She said she was going to get tested for the virus and later filed a police report. Number 2. The COSTCO Karen. Karens don't have to be women, and while there have been different names suggested for male Karens, such as Ken and Keith, we'll stick to Karen because it's well known. On 27th May, a man walked into Costco without a mask. The store, like many, requires patrons to wear a mask. And when a customer began recording him, the man, later identified as 42-year-old Daniel Maples, went ballistic.
You're coming close to me. You're coming close to me.
Back off! Threaten me again! Back the fuck up or your fucking phone down!
Fortunately, no one was harmed, but when the video of Maples went viral, his employer, Ted Todd Insurance, fired him. Number 3. The Chalk Karen. You never know what is going to trigger a Karen, and in this case, something as simple as a child writing Black Lives Matter in the street set this Karen off. 9-year-old Mira Acklin wanted to show her support for people of color by writing Black Lives Matter in chalk on her street.
Black and white people, they should be treated the samely, and I wanted to show my support how much I really care about black people.
She couldn't understand why people would hate someone just because of their skin color.
Mira's neighbors rallied around her, and before she knew it, others joined her in writing her message and encouraging her. Number 4. Charcoal Karen. This video demonstrates that Karens seem to know the most arcane of laws, and in some cases they're actually correct. On 29th April 2018, a woman saw a group of African Americans barbecuing at a public park in Oakland, California, and decided to make sure that everyone knew that charcoal barbecues are not allowed. The Karen called the police and waited 2 hours until Oakland police showed up. The Karen began to cry, claiming the woman taping her had pushed her. The Karen rattled off the municipal code banning charcoal barbecues at non-designated locations in the park, but no arrests were made. On a brighter note, the incident led to an event called Barbecuing While Black to rally against racism and show solidarity. Number 5. Construction Karen. While some of these Karen stories are amusing, there's also a disturbing element of racism, homophobia, and other bigoted behavior inherent in several of them. In this case, African-American Michael Hayes was inspecting a property in Memphis, Tennessee when a Karen confronted him. Hayes had ripped off a board off the house's front door when the Karen asked him what he was doing. 2 police cruisers showed up, and Hayes gave the officers paperwork showing he was a real estate investor simply inspecting the house.
Yeah, let's talk about this. She got me a little scared. Like this, she's saying something about paperwork. I don't have to show her my paperwork. She's not the owner. Okay, yeah, I just wanted to make sure.
The Karen told CNN that the house had been used by drug dealers and the neighbors had lobbied long to get the city to board it up. 6. Trader Joe's tirade. The grand opening for a Trader Joe's in North Hollywood, California got off to an explosive start when another mask hole Karen went nuclear when asked to wear a mask.
I have a breathing problem. My doctor would not let me wear a mask. So anyone harassing me to wear a mask, you guys are violating federal law. You get that? Get that on camera.
According to this Karen, she'd obtained permission to go maskless at Trader Joe's, but went to the wrong location. She also claimed she also obtained permission for that store. When asked why she launched into a shouting spectacle, the Karen told ABC News,
Right away, he started using obscenities at me, giving me, saying F you, I don't want to repeat it, F you, the C word, wear your effing mask. And I did what any normal human being, a woman, would do if she was being harassed by a man, not knowing if he's a crazy man. So I start yelling in self-defense.
The woman did not reveal her medical condition to reporters, but based on observations of her behavior, it's arguably a mental health problem. Number 7. Permit Patty. What happens when another Caucasian Karen sees an 8-year-old child selling bottled water without a permit? If you're Allison Edel, you confront the African-American youngster while calling the police to learn whether or not you need a permit to sell said H2O. When the child, Jordan Rogers, and her mother refused to abandon the stand, Edel called 911.
This woman don't want to let a little girl sell some water. She calling the police on an 8-year-old little girl. You can hide all you want. The whole world gonna see you, boo.
Yeah, and illegally selling water without a permit? Yeah.
On my property.
It's not your property.
Edel quickly became known as Permit Patty and drew the wrath of social media with assorted memes popping up mocking her. Edel, who had been working as the CEO of Treatwell Health, a cannabis company, resigned from her job after the negative publicity threatened to harm the company. Permit Patty apologized for her actions, but the child and her mom don't believe it was sincere. 8. A Karen couple. In some cases, a Karen is joined by her significant other while appointing themselves as the community's moral arbiter. Once again, this case involved a person writing Black Lives Matter in chalk to show their support. However, this individual was an adult man, and a Karen confronted him about writing on private property while the Karen's husband stood by taping it. The Filipino man, the actual owner of the property, was taken aback when the woman said she knew the property owner. The Karen couple eventually walked away, but when she learned her mistake, she said, "I did not realize at the time that my actions were racist, and I have learned a painful lesson. I'm taking a hard look at the meaning behind white privilege." 9. A Cheeseburger Karen. While Burger King is known for its motto, "Have it your way," this California Karen felt Burger King not only broke its slogan, but broke the law, calling 911 when Burger King didn't make her Western bacon cheeseburger correctly.
You're supposed to be here to protect me.
Well, what are we protecting you from? A wrong cheeseburger?
No.
Is this a harmful cheeseburger or something? I don't understand what you want us to do.
Well, just come down here. I'm not leaving.
No, ma'am, I'm not sending the deputies down there over a cheeseburger.
Thankfully, the Karen relented and hung up. 10. A Karen gets what's coming to her. Regrettably, many of the Karen stories we've covered, and as you can imagine, there are many more that are never brought to the public's attention, end up with the Karen walking away with no repercussions. However, in this case, a Karen fought the law, and the law won. When a police officer pulled this 65-year-old Karen over for a traffic violation, she repeatedly refused to sign the ticket, ultimately driving off and forcing the police officer to chase her down. The woman refused to leave the car, and when she did, she assaulted the officer, leading to her getting tasered.
Get out of the car.
You better leave me.
Put your hands behind your back.
Can you believe some of these Karens? Have you ever run into a Karen before? Are you a Karen yourself?